Welcome back, friends, and gather round for episode 14 of Simply Walking into Mordor. It's been 2 weeks, and we have done so much already. As always, my name is Nauglir, and yeah, this is Simply Walking into Mordor. We are currently riding away from Bree. Now, why would we be riding away from Bree, other than to witness this glorious country night scene? Well, we are riding away from Bree because we are on our way to meet the Ranger Langland. We have a quest here to do Book 1, Chapter 5 of the epic story, The Other Riders. We're going to investigate the other Nazgul, as there were only 5 in Bree the last time we encountered them. So, we're on our way to Langland to speak to him and to investigate these other riders. He is camped out near the town of Buckland, out around here. Buckland's over here. So we'll be riding out to him. And on our way, there's just some other things that happened during the last couple of episodes that we didn't flag during that time. So, in the last episode, or 2 episodes ago, sorry, I should say, we reached level 20, and that unlocked some new class deeds for us. As you get to different levels, you unlock more class deeds that you can use, that you can progress through. And so we unlocked this one called At the Ready. Use Ebbing Ire, Battle Frenzy, or Second Wind, and that's 1 out of 100 so far. Obviously, you have to use the skill to be able to see the deed, and so we did use Battle Frenzy last episode, and we unlocked At the Ready. So we'll be working towards completing that. We're going decently through our class deeds at the moment, but we're still a decent way to go. The other deed that we unlocked, just as we are reaching Langland's hideout here, the other one that we unlocked, I think I've gone the wrong way. Yes, he's up there. He's around there. Okay, we'll just have to jump down this cliff. Broke our leg. Oh well. That's only a 6-second break. Here he is up on this little outcropping. The other class deed that we unlocked, as I was saying, was our racial deed. Now, this is how we get our race traits. And so, as you can see here, Enmity of the Orcs. That's what these Slayer deeds are called. Enmity, because the High Elves obviously don't like Orcs very much. So we have to defeat 50 Orcs. We've killed 1, and we get this trait, Grace of the Firstborn, which is plus 10% out of combat run speed. That is a huge bonus. So we'll definitely be working towards that as we go. Now, we've arrived here, and Langland seems to be injured. That's not good. Let's see what he has to say.
What can I do for you?
Yes, Aragorn sent aid. That was us. Nazgul, 4 more were in Buckland. Well, that explains it. They were the 4 that we were missing. They rode swiftly to the east upon black steeds. I was foolish enough to stand in their way, and they ran me down. I will heal in time, but the riders have left a threat in their wake. It must be dealt with. Okay, so we're going to help Langland.
Would you do something for
with
me?
his talking about these Black Riders. In the Black Riders' wake, Crebain have taken roost. They are not the common strain from Dunland, but a breed I have not seen before. Likely these foul creatures keep watch on Buckland and the Shire, or at the very least me, since they have taken to staring at me in the night. Sounds a bit creepy. While the Crebain may see nothing of interest, the fact that the enemy has eyes here is dangerous. If we were to blind these eyes, the enemy would not be as sure in directing its efforts. If you would, dispose of the Crebain that roosts to the southwest, just beyond my camp. Even killing 1 Crebain will go a long way towards blinding the enemy. Right, okay. So we're going to defeat these Crebain. Crebain are like spy birds. They're used by Saruman and others, other evil forces in this world of Middle-earth. They're kind of just spies that the enemy uses. And so they're pretty common. We're going to grab up heaps of them. I know it only says we need to kill 4, but what's the fun in that? Let's use our Battle Frenzy skill, our Rend, and then Raging Blade. There we go. Bring them all down at once. And we got a new deed there. Deep Strikes. Oh, we've got some more Crebain to kill. Let's just kill these anyway. It's pretty awesome to kill them all. 1 hit with Raging Blade. There we go again. And they're all down. Easy experience. Just 30 at a time. No worries about it at all. Okay, so what's that new deed that we got there? Deep Strikes. Critically hit enemies with Rend, Brutal Strikes, or Bracing Attack. How many times? 400. Oof. That is a rough one indeed. That's going to take us some time. Oh well. We've done it at Langland. We've slain the foul birds, and the enemy will not be nearly as sure in their efforts now. Okay, we still need... he still needs our aid. He asked that we do something in Buckland. It was their horn call that alerted the Nazgul presence. You said that Underhill is with Aragorn. I know of no Underhills. I was sent to watch over a hobbit named Baggins. Well, we know they're the same person. I must assume that is whom Aragorn spoke of. But he is safe and is welcome news, so my fears are somewhat allayed. It was late in the night when I heard the horn call of Buckland. Running to the road, I saw the Nazgul leaving Buckland at a gallop. I tried to stop them, but they ran me down. I feared they had already found Baggins. The 4 riders passed eastward towards Bree, but we may discover what they learned, if anything, at Baggins' home in Crick Hollow. It's a cottage surrounded by a high hedge almost directly southeast of the Buckland Gate. If you learn anything there, return to me. What news you can bring may help me determine the movements of the Nazgul. Okay, so we're going to go investigate Crick Hollow, which is, of course, the home that Frodo and his friends bought as a kind of ruse to keep the enemy guessing about what they were doing. They bought it in Buckland as it was a way to get them moving east towards Bree. So we're going to ride into Buckland, this little hobbit town just on the wrong side of the Brandywine, to be in the Shire, and find Crick Hollow, Frodo's house that he bought after selling Bag End. So off we go. Here's the gate to Buckland. Just got a little wolf on us, I think. Doesn't matter. These quests are a bit low level for us, but that's alright. We want to do the story and we want to keep investigating this interesting, the interesting story as it progresses. So, it said it was southeast of the Buckland Gate. Well, we're in Buckland now, and I think it's surrounded by that hedge over there. So, just be heading over here towards Crick Hollow. Here we are. Crick Hollow. Now, how are we going to get in? What's the proper way? I think it's around here. This gate should be open. Here we are. Okay, and Fredegar Bolger, or Fatty Bolger. Here we are. What?
Goodness.
I don't have it. Oh wait, you aren't one of those Black Riders. I must tell you that I haven't been so frightened in my life. Did they learn anything from me? Well, those riders came bursting into the house, but I had already slipped out the back way. Not a thing did they get from me. When the sheriffs came, they made me tell them about Frodo and the others going off into the Old Forest, but I didn't say a thing about the enemy's ring. Oh dear, I mean, what is that? It sounds like crows. What's happening? Over here. Sure coming close. Also, some Crabane are coming. So we learnt there that Freddy, while he was a bit silly in letting everyone know that they were here, he did not tell them about the enemy's ring. So it looks like the secret is still safe. We're just defending him from these birds. We should be on our way. These birds are pretty easy. Didn't get all of them though. No, some flew off into the Old Forest. Okay, well, that wasn't our fault. Hope they don't come back. Neither do I. You seem like they could kill you. Alright, we're off back to Langland, the ranger, to tell him that the secret about the enemy's ring is safe. I don't know if we were meant to know about that, but of course, if you know anything about Lord of the Rings, you know that there is a ring involved, and Frodo's taking it. So that's all that he told us there. Off we go back to Langland. Bit of running back and forward today in this episode, trying to get all the epic story done. Hopefully we can get the whole rest of this book 1 completed, and then tomorrow we can do some skirmishes and then head off to the Lone Lands after that. So riding back up to Langland, avoiding these Crabane. Don't really want to fight them all again. I think we got a new deed there again. Flashing Blade. Critical hit enemies with Blade Wall. Okay. More critical and 2 out of 500. Well, that is going to take a while as well. Critical hit deeds are pretty annoying. They take a long time. What do you need? Alright. The enemy's ring. It is no wonder why Aragorn was so secretive as to why the enemy was seeking Baggins. If the Crabane heard Fredegar's words, the enemy will know for certain that the ring is no longer in the Shire, and all will be lost. Finding those birds in the Old Forest will not be a simple task. I would ask that you return to Aragorn in Bree and seek his counsel onto how to find these foul birds. Right, so Langland there wants us to return to Bree. We are going to do that. We're going to do that by way of the milestones. We've got a milestone at Bree, so we're going to return to Bree there. It's just way faster than riding back. It is quite a long ride. Looks like we'll get ourselves a little reward here at the end of this. Is my phone going off? Turn that on to silent. Okay. Back into Bree. Now we're just going to ride up to the Prancing Pony and speak to Strider there. Lots of people in Bree today. That's good to see. There's always lots of people around here in the South Gate of Bree and also in other places around the town. For some reason, it seems to be the most popular place to be, even though it's quite an old area. But lots of people do like to hang out here. It's quite a homely place. Off we go up to the Yes, the prancing pony. The next couple of episodes after this, we'll be going through each one of those skirmishes that we unlocked by finishing the introduction to skirmishes there. Just to give you guys a snapshot of what they look like. I will be doing them by myself, but some other times, I'm sure I will get some friends in. We can do these things at group sizes. You can do skirmishes at any size. Size 1 or 2 people, or 3 people, or 5, or 6 people, or 12 people. You can run these skirmishes. And so, as we go on, I'm sure we can get some friends in and play these as group content, which will be fun. Alright, Strider, we've returned. While the 4 hobbits I was awaiting are safe for the moment, the protection that Bree offers is fleeting at best. We must leave soon, and if the enemy's suspicions were confirmed by these Crebain, that what they seek is no longer in the Shire, our trip may be all the more perilous. Yet the Old Forest is a twisting labyrinth that can lead even the most experienced tracker astray. Finding these Crebain will not be easy. No, indeed. We've got this gleaming gold armband here. There's 15 maximum morale. We're going to equip that instead of our will bracelet. Well. Okay, so let's just quickly equip that. There we go. There is one who could find these Crebain for us, if we were to simply ask him for such aid. However, he may not see our worries as his. He is known by many peoples by many names. Of old, he was known as Orald to men, while to dwarves, he was simply Fawn. The elves called him Iarwain, Benadar, oldest and fatherless. However, in these days, he is known as Tom Bombadil by those few who are aware of him. Look for Old Bombadil's house, which lies at the far eastern end of the Withywindle, the river that flows through the Old Forest. He may help you if you ask him in my name, Aragorn. If you discover anything, I would ask that you address it as best you can. I wish I could help you in this task, but the safety of my charges comes before all else. Right, so that's exciting. We've been sent off by Aragorn himself to go and find Tom Bombadil. And that will be very fun indeed. So we are going off to the Old Forest, and Tom Bombadil's house will be in there. Of course, if you read the books, you will know who Tom Bombadil is. He is a bit of an enigma in the world of Tolkien. No one really knows what or who he is, but it is clear that he is a person of great power and definitely great wisdom. So we are off to find Tom Bombadil. We've already met his wife, Goldberry. She was at the spring that we encountered in the Old Forest a couple of episodes ago. But now we're off to find the man himself, Tom Bombadil. And while I ride there, I think I will just edit out this long ride. I might come back to you guys when we get to the entrance to the Old Forest. It is a decent way away, so I might just come back to you when we are there. So I'll see you then. Alright guys, here we are. We are at East Forest Road, and we are coming back into the Old Forest. We've been here once before. It is a bit creepy, but we are back on a mission. We will not be stopped by a little creepiness. Just avoiding these enemies as we ride through the Old Forest. Find our way to Tom Bombadil's house. Okay, it is a bit of a winding road to Bombadil's house, but hopefully we won't have anything trying to stop us on our way. Okay, coming through the forest here, we should be able to get through the Englewood unharmed, hopefully. These old trees want to hurt us. Gil Goatleaf is here. Oh, a rare enemy. Well, I can't just go past a rare enemy without fighting him. If you look there, it says there's a rare signature. You can tell that because there's a bit of green flashing around his portrait there. This is a rare enemy. These guys have special crafting rewards that I was talking about before, and they are definitely worth killing wherever you find them. So, definitely not going to walk past without finishing him off. He hasn't given us anything good, but it was fun to find him anyway and defeat him. Alright, off we go. Through the creaking vale. Down to find Tom Bombadil's house. Could almost be there. Come out into, hopefully, a little ray of sunshine. Oh, this shrieking gloomwing is attacking us. So right, here we've found Tom Bombadil's house. That's great. And here he is. Tom Bombadil himself. Singing his silly songs, I hope. He's just dancing around there. That's classic Tom Bombadil for you. You're welcome to stay and make merry. Very good. Okay. Hey now, hey now.
Merry do, my hearty.
Yeah, it's Tom Bombadil. What a crazy guy. What's all this fussing? We've not had so many guests since our wedding. There is time enough for bird watching, but perhaps first a song or two, my hearty. Let your heart fly free and put aside your worries. You're at the house of Tom Bombadil.
What can I do for you today?
My goldberries await her spring, and I was going lily hunting. I've no time for chasing birds, but hoy now, Aragorn's a name I know, and a friend of old Tom's. Here then my offer. While old Tom Bombadil looks for some sour crows, you'll gather lilies for my lovely. I saw some along the river, just a hop and a jump away. Just follow along until, ring-a-ding-dillo, you'll find Old Man Willow. You watch that old grey willow man, he's a mighty singer. He'll sing you down to sleep and drown you if you don't be careful. Alright, so we are charged with collecting large lilies while Tom Bombadil finds those crows that we're worried about. It's a bit of a crazy guy, Tom Bombadil, but he is extremely powerful and hopefully will be extremely useful to us. So, down to the river, and should find some lilies across here. The Withywindle River is a bit dangerous. I'm not sure if this danger is still existent. It used to drain your power. Here we go, yes. We're being drained of power, and we can't regain it. So, very dangerous to fight in this river. We're going to pick up our large lilies and run away. Because we don't want to get into any trouble here, because we won't be able to use any skills. Alright, almost found them all. And there's 4 lilies for Tom Bombadil. Okay, back through the river. And we are free of that danger from Old Man Willow. And now we can mount up and ride back to his house. Okay. Should get through a decent amount of book 1 here. I think we should get through most of it. If not, we can finish it off next episode and do a shorter skirmish. Okay, Tom Bombadil.
Hey do, merry do, my hearty.
Lily's white for the river daughter. Stronger than hobbit folk are you if you outsang Willow Man. Not a lily crushed, nor leaf bent. Old Tom's a merry fellow, but he knows it when it's time for dancing or to go a-whiting. He's found your birds and none too soon. If you seek them out, then seek them now, unless you wish to sleep beneath green grass. Okay, so he's found them.
Friend, can I help you with something?
Black birds flitted and fluttered, skipping along the branches. They came to rest where the restless walk. Beware the old barrows, they stir where they should be a-sleeping. Go north up the path and follow the old barrows road, then south within the barrows wall along the forest eaves. Hey dole, merry dole, and there you'll find them. Watch for the Lady Dreary. Now hop along, my hearty, Tom's a-going a-leaping. Alrighty. So Tom Bombadil sent us into the Barrow Downs to find the birds for which we seek. They're not too far away. He said he found them not too far away, just along the old Barrow Road. So, into the Barrow Downs, which is a dangerous place in Bree. It's where the dead walk. You know the story. Frodo was taken captive, all the hobbits in fact, were taken captive by a wight by the name of Sambrog, and they were trapped by him. I think we'll find out a bit more about that in a second. I think we saw in a cutscene a couple of quests ago in the epic chain that they were captured there, and now we're going to the same place. So, got to be on our guard indeed. Just riding down here to find these Crebain. Looks like the quests have caught up to our level. They're level 19 now. That's great. We're up to chapter 10. Making good time through this epic story. Hopefully we'll finish book 1. I think we're coming up on our target. Yes! Andraste, servant of Angmar, with all of her Crebain scouts. Fool! Did you think that my pets would not learn that the ring now travels east, in the hands of Frodo the Hobbit? You failed utterly. When the Master of the Nine returns... Oh, okay, I couldn't read that in time. We're not even in our area of effect line. That's alright, we can just bring these down. Alright. More? You got more coming for us? You gonna attack us? Come on. Do your worst. Hello. Ah yes, here we go. More Crebain to fight. Very good. Finish off all these birds so they can't get their message back to their master. And we've brought down the servant of Angmar as well. Very good, okay. So that danger was finished off with ease. We're going to return to Tom Bombadil now and see what he would like to do. He would like us to do next. So back down into the old forest. Just going to jump down this cliff here. Break our leg. That's all right. Those enemies can't follow us through here. So we're back in the old forest. We're almost at Tom Bombadil's house. It's very short on the way back. And we will see what he would like us to do next. Hope you are enjoying the epic story in Lord of the Rings Online. It's quite well written in my opinion, and it's pretty gripping. Lets you engage with the story outside of what you know from the movies or from the books. But yes, as we go along the story, we will engage more directly with the people in the books that we know already. Here he is, Tom Bombadil, skipping through his fields, and we'll talk to him there.
Merry do, my hearty.
Oh there, stay a while, or are you still hurried? Othrongroth, you say? That's a dark place full of dark wights, and you've no need of going. If you must, and I'll not be staying you. Very well, come closer, and I'll be telling you. Okay, so it sounds like we're going to Othrongroth. I think that might be what Andraste said. No, she didn't say anything about that. Well, I don't know what he's talking about. So, let's see, this sword, not good. This club, can't even use it, and still not nearly as good as what we're using. And finally, yeah, that's not good at all. So we'll just take the club, and we will sell it.
What can I do for you today?
Book 1, Chapter 11, Othrongroth. The Great Barrow is no place for weak hearts or frail limbs. Wicked wights and evil lords make merry in their terror. They've never caught old Tom, and never will they. He's the master. If you be a-goin', Tom will take you. Okay, so we're going to talk to Tom Bombadil and travel to the Barrow Downs, to Othrongroth, the Great Barrow.
An unholy alliance is forged within the depths of Othrongroth, the Great Barrow, a sinister pact which could spell doom for Eriador.
Right, so we're going to follow Tom Bombadil, and between those stones is the Great Barrow of the Downs. Okay, well, we're off. Yeah, we'll be careful, Tom, don't worry. As Gandalf was saying there, it sounds like there's a bit of an alliance going to be forged here, and I wonder who it will be between. Here's the Great Barrow, and as we travel up we see dwarves on the hill. That does not bode well at all. Dowerhand rebels, and that's the Witch King talking to Skorgrim. That's not good at all. The Nazgul are befriending Skorgrim, and that seems to be quite an issue for us, because if you remember, Skorgrim was that dwarf from Ered Luin that we quashed his plans there, and now he's treating with the Witch King. That does not bode well for us at all. So into the Great Barrow we go. Let's see if we can stop whatever's going on here. Okay. We wander through the Great Barrow, down these stairs, and that creepy music. Oh, more Dower Hands. Okay. And now we have our new skill to get us out of stuns. So that won't be an issue for us anymore. Oh, we've even got some more Dower Hands. Okay, there's plenty for us to fight. Probably should have been in our area of effect skill line. There we go, a critical with Relentless Strike. Remorseless Strike. I keep calling it Relentless Strike. I wonder why. Alright. Which way to go? Doesn't look that way. This way. Further into the downs. Further into the barrow. Further down. Further down. This old abandoned crypt. Well, they're not so abandoned anymore. There's more Dower Hands. These look like Dower Hands that have followed Skorgrim instead of the Dower Hands back in Eriador, but they were defeated. But it looks like there are still some kicking around. So down we go, into the deeps, further and further. You can see some red dots on the map. There we go. More Dower Hands. What could be going on in here between Skorgrim and the Witch King? Yeah, I think I will take him down. Oh, he's calling his friends. We really should have been in our area of effect trait line. That's alright, we can switch. I have to know when to switch because we might end up fighting a big single target. Oh well. We'll just stick with this for now. Okay, we've come to a skull door. Let's open it up. And inside, even more Dow hands. Okay, definitely should have been in our area of effect. That's alright. We'll be right now. Building up our Remorseless Strike critical chance. Get some more fervor up in there. And we'll bring Remorseless Strike down on this guy. Hopefully critical hitting. We didn't. Oh well. He can't be defeated. I'm pretty sure he can. Where's he going? Okay, stay back. I will. He said we couldn't be defeated. Well. Oh, that's unlucky. That is not good at all for you, mate. So much for not being defeated. Page 15 added to the Journal of Cardland. That's an explorer deed. Killing whites in Bree. We found the Witch King and Scoreroom again. Just keep walking away. Stop walking away from us. Come on. I just want to know what you're up to. I'll be your friend. Where are we? The room looks eerily empty. Oh, yep. Classic whites just hanging out underground, waiting for us to walk on top of them. Man, these guys just don't want to die. I guess they already did. How does that work? Can you kill a dead person? Oh, we found page 7 and 16 at the same time. There you go. Okay. Another one. He's a big one. Be no match for us, though. Let's build up some fervor. Maybe bracing attack will be good for us at this point. Gotta give us a bit of a heal. He's giving us a disease. That's not very nice. Just drain some power. Should be right. He's calling some friends. Ah. Every time. This is actually one of the more difficult instances in the epic story. Oh, it brought him down quick and easy. Okay. Page 28 added to the Journal of Cardland. Looks like we've got some leather leggings of might. Not as good as what we're wearing. Tactical ring. 80 critical rating. I think we are going to use that instead of our 2 might. 80 is quite a lot, and so I think, yeah, that'll be worthwhile. We're just going to wait a bit here. Oh no, that was my bad. I was just going to wait to restore some health, but it looks like we're going to have to finish this guy off. We can use bracing attack, give us a bit of health. Keep using blade wall to kill that arm at the same time. Here we go. Alright. Got him down. Now, I think this is where we must counter the loss of Amdir. Okay, so let's just listen to what they're saying. Once your tasks are complete, Mordor awaits you both in the north. Interesting. Who's this Mordor? Our plans in the south are reaching fruition. Okay, well, that doesn't sound good for us. Pay no heed to the twice full Saruman. Oh, so they're not very fond of Saruman. Seems like they've got designs of their own. Our plans in the south are reaching fruition. Okay, you're just going to keep saying the same things? The ring moves east to Enladris, no doubt. They know where the ring is. Oh, that's not very good. Ivar, we shall have need of your ward in the east. Okay. My champion has not yet finished her task. Who's the champion? Okay, you're just going to keep saying that. Fools, I shall suffer your presence no longer. And he's just stunned us and rooted us there. You've hounded my steps for too long, and now the dead shall take you. Oh, please, no. Let's quickly switch to our area of effect. I don't want the dead to take me. We've got a lot of dread as well. This is dread. I think it's going away now. Basically, when great evils encounter Lord of the Rings Online, you get this stat called dread, and it basically reduces your max health and some other nasty things. We might explore it a bit later, where we can encounter a bit more. But as you can see there, if we get heaps and heaps of dread, we get completely immobilized, that sort of thing. Not very good at all. Okay, we've fought our way through. The doors have opened further down into the barrows. This is good. This is good. Can we catch the Witch King? I'm pretty sure we're no match for the Witch King, but for some reason we are still following him. Okay, Sambrog, single target. Let's fight him with our single target mode. Greetings, fool. I'm not a fool. Okay, I'll talk to you. Well met. My master sends thee greetings. I grant thee the boon of an audience before I kill thee. Thou seem desirous of certain knowledge, so I will give it thee, for the dead speak not. The White cackles. My master seeks a great power for the Dark Lord, for the Dark Lord has more designs than this. The pale dwarf shall go to the north, and gather an army in the name of Angmar and the Witch King. The gaunt one, a great power himself, and to whom I owe this form, goes to the east. There, in Agomar, he shall awaken a power that lies sleeping in the waters. With her under his command, the skies will turn to blood, and all shall despair. Now thine audience comes to an end, thy death awaits here. Right, so that's a lot of foreboding there for the story to come. Looks like the pale dwarf, Scorbrim's going to collect an army, and the gaunt one, Ivar, who apparently gave Sambrog his current form, will go and awaken some power that lies in the east, in Agamar. Okay, so we're going to defeat the Witch Lord. Oh, warriors, I was not expecting this. They're pretty weak. We can deal with them. And Sambrog's attacking us as well. Let's get into him. We can kill that warrior as we go. Let's hope this crits. Come on. Yes! Apparently we can't defeat him. Okay, that's not good news for us. And he's just healed himself completely. Well, that's definitely not good news. He's going to vomit on us. Yum. That's real tasty. Thanks, Sambrog. Oh, okay, we got him down to half and apparently can't defeat him. That's real good. What? It cannot be! Oh, dearie me. What's happened? Tom Bombadil! To the rescue! Crazy fool. What were you thinking? Dead men should not be waking. Vanish into sunlight. Leave your barrows empty. Get wrecked. That guy did not see that coming, that's for sure. And you've destroyed the whole place. Was it worth the trouble? Did you learn your lesson? Leave the dead to sleep their dreamless sleep, and walk yourself upon the green grass under the sun. Okay, apparently that's a lesson we were meant to learn. Come now, my merry friends. Warm fire is awaiting. Well, that sounds good. He's just letting light through there and zaps Sambrog with a bunch of lightning. Can't open that. Tom Bombadil's got to open it for us. Thanks, Tom. Through we go.
Saruman the White has become the jailer of Mordor. It was he who orchestrated my capture and imprisoned me atop Orthanc. Why here the Windlord came to my rescue and saved me from this accursed tower. All would have been lost if Strider hadn't found Frodo and the hobbits.
There you go. Okay. We're at Tom Bombadil's house. He's just skipping along here. Hey, I want to talk to you. Oi! A darkness is behind us in that dank, dreary tomb. We will make our way back into the light and feel the sun on our faces once more. And we've got some rewards to choose from. What will we choose? Nothing. We're going to take more might-based medium armor.
Hello, friend.
That seems to be
Can I
pretty
help
good.
you with something?
Old Barrow-wights from Angmar came. They disturb the peace and trouble folk who wander through the mounds. Let the dead sleep and leave their troubles in the earth. Unless, of course, you wake them, dancing on their rooftops. Hey, come, my friend. Linger here no longer. To Bree you should be a-going. You've a friend there who awaits you. Okay, so we've achieved the job that Strider asked us to do, and we've learnt even more. So we are going to return to Strider, but we will do that next episode. We're coming up on time here, so I think we'll close it out. I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys, and make sure, if you did, that you leave a like down there. It really helps out the channel. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions about where you want to go with this series, about any suggestions you have. And yeah, make sure you subscribe if you're new. But as always, guys, this is Nauglir here, and I'll see you tomorrow.